So today we are in Portugal at Centum Cellas, and we're going to take a slow walk to the main entrance. You can see all the groundworks here on how the site was so big. We'll have a good look around this and the stonework. As we take a slow walk in, you can see the size of some of these foundation blocks. Absolutely massive. I mean, just so you can get a bit of the view. I mean, it's at a massive elevation alongside maybe all of the ancient sites that we've been on so far. So high. You can feel your ears popping getting to this one. Centum Cellas, absolutely phenomenal. Check this out as we go through the gate. And there she is. Look at that. Fantastic. Groundworks, you can see the size of the blocks around. The site spans all the way down to the bottom. And there's Bob and Guy again. We're all on our travels, of course. There you go. And you've got like almost like a polygonal nature there, haven't you?
Although it seems to have been repurposed.
It does.
It does have a polygonal.
I mean, look at the size of the blocks over at the back over there.
These ones as well. In the bottom row and on the other side as well.
Should we take a closer look at those bigger blocks, Guy? Let's get a bit of a close look. I'm going to actually take a few snaps of that stonework. Let's have a look. I mean, we're coming up to, you can see the size of Centum Cellas. It's not been documented too much, but one thing that we'll see, you've got the L-shaped blocks up above here, which usually are followed by filler stones.
Also the triple door motif.
You've got the triple header motif, yeah.
Bigger than the other two ones.
You've got the square niches as well, guys, on these blocks. I'm going to just have a little look at the size of these blocks as well. Let's just take a few photos of those headers.
Clamp stones, clamp marks.
Oh wow. Look at what we have here. We have our first hallmark of the day. And this is a clamp, so would have clamped two blocks together, and obviously there's the second one. We'll get up close and personal to that. I mean, these blocks are enormous, Guy. And look at what we've got down here. Wow. These are enormous. And we've got a filler stone there. Surely that's classed as a filler stone. Doesn't look broken off to me. Is it purposeful? It is. It's an actual filler stone. So that's our second hallmark here. You can actually see them integrated within the stone. Whether they were original or not remains to be seen, but look at the size of that block on the floor. I know, it's absolutely huge, isn't it? And the fitment
really
as well.
As well. Wow.
Mate, I'm stunned.
I'm starstruck, yeah.
That could well be a lipped block, great spot. We'll double check that with ancient history criticisms. Andrew, I'm sure he'll agree with that. And the lipped work again at the bottom. That's fine.
Can I ask you a favor?
Alright, let's have a look. And this wall here.
Wow.
I mean, the size of some of these blocks, Guy. It's tough because of the sun. I mean, you can't get here, guys, but it is really hot where we are. And look at that. That block actually goes around the corner. Is that...
So the third hallmark corner block.
The corner blocks.
This one's a corner block. This one's a corner block. It's all lipped as well. Like this block is incredible. Look at the edges.
I need to get out of the sun so I can picture it, mate. It's rather warm. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I mean the fitment of these stones.
Yeah.
It's bang on. I know Dan Stevens is gonna love the fact that it's covered in like almost like a lichen everywhere.
Almost like they're kind of. And they continue as well.
More corner blocks. Completely wrap around the entire corner, all the way up. We see this in Egypt as well, South America, so on. Is that where a filler stone should be? One taken out maybe? I mean, again, it's quite intriguing that you've almost got these crude pitted middles, kind of like our bevel blocks.
Can
but
you do me a favor?
yeah, certainly.
Can you get a close-up? On these windows, they have circular incisions for the missing windows.
Let's
At
have
the
a look.
top of
They
the
do.
block. Two there, I think there are two there. And on the other windows, all of them as well. They are missing a structure that was inherent to the original structure.
I mean, you're going to love this here, mate, but are they pinch holes up there? I'm not sure.
Could
See
be.
them there?
Yeah, could be.
Maybe. You can't tell because of the one on the right-hand side. Yeah, full L shape there with the filler stone just under it as well.
Cornerstone here. But, yeah.
Okay, is that ever so slight bevel line maybe? No, good wear and tear. But that where our good friend Guy is a definite filler stone, without a shadow of a doubt. So we found 3 hallmarks here quite comfortably. This is most certainly our ancient builders. Great work, Guy. Look at the size of these blocks. Very intricate work as well. Oh, another filler stone wall. Hello. And hello, lady. Obviously I'll edit some of this out, but this stonework is phenomenal, and the blocks are massive. Might not do it justice on here, but they're huge, and the fitments absolutely perfect. Yeah, as you can tell, we're in awe here of these massive corner blocks. If you take a look at where Guy's got his hand there.
So this corner block starts here, but if you go around the corner,
Let's check this out then, Guy.
you'll see that it doesn't actually stop. It's that big. There's no jointery here. This is the whole
That's
block.
the whole block going round.
So some kind of weird erosion, not erosion, but some kind of damage here. As you can see, there's some black mass, some
Yeah,
kind of weird kind of
almost like a charring, an oxidization. It's like an orangey colour to it.
Then on this part of the block, actually goes behind. It has a slight bevel and it goes behind.
It has a slight bevel. There we
These
go.
ones as well. And you'll find at the bottom of the structure, along the interior and the exterior as well, you'll find this type of the blocks go like this and then they pop out at the end.
It's almost like a
all
lipped
over.
stone at the bottom of there, isn't it, Guy?
Yeah.
These blocks are something else, buddy. And now everything becomes very interesting because we've found bevel-edged blocks and, you guessed it, looks like a nubbed block to me. Check this out up close and personal, guys. Oh, God. Wait until the team sees these.
You have the square niches at the top.
The square niches at the top.
Bevel blocks at the bottom. Nubs in between. Blocks coming out. L-shaped blocks.
You knew as soon as we see them keystones that these were here. I'm actually shivering. I'm going right up to that. Hello, babies. Kind of one of the best finds.
Take a look at this bevel here. Wow.
Gee, I'm shaking. Look at the size of that bevel block there. That's not 2 blocks, that's 1. Oh my God. Oh my God, look. I mean, that's not just a bevel edge block. That's a puffy nub coming out of there alongside a beveled block. Can you believe there's nubs here? I think over there as well, I think that was a bevel block. Damn. Damn. I mean, you've got to consider that puffy block there also where you're stood being almost like a nub or bevel block. I mean, L-shaped block, now we're getting over finding nubs and bevel blocks here. That was a Philistone hole. I'm sure Andrew will have a look at this. That's an L-shaped block. Looks like a Philistone would have been there. We've also got square niches. Now look at what's on these blocks here. Crazy days. And it doesn't just go across one block. It's got some kind of little square niche. And it goes all the way across to this block. Beveled top line. Nice. Crazy flooring. Bedrocked out. You know I'm going down here to have a look at everything, don't you guys? The external stones are put together a little bit more crudely, but still massive stones nonetheless. And if we have a look down here, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I mean, there's a lot of strange cuts into some of this stuff. It really is. Almost like a clamp hole there. Massive mega block here. Got some really intricate, strange cuts across it. Block from something else maybe. But best to document every single stone that we can. I found this effect key on. So whilst we're having a little look down here, we've actually got a few column pieces. Can we get down to that?
We've actually got around, but
column pieces. I've got it on video, mate.
you want me to go in?
If you can get in, yeah. There you go, mate. It's on record. Just outside Belmont, in a small place called COULDNT, stands an enigmatic tower that has been around for millennia. Driving on the N18 road going south, almost arriving at Belmont, we were greeted by an eerie tower stood in the distance to the far left. The building resembles an old crown made of stone, haunted by flocks of birds that fly around the building and nest in the crevices. There is a very, very spooky feeling when you walk through the tower. It is believed to be a Roman villa, the villa of Lucio Cecilio, a tradesman of one of the richest ore-producing areas of the Roman Empire. However, there are many theories to its existence. One theory suggests the structure was a jail with 100 cells, hence its name, Centum Cellas, where Saint Cornelio was allegedly imprisoned. It's also believed by some that the building may have been Roman camping ground for the military. Archaeologic work during the 1960s and 1990s suggests it was actually just a villa. I think you can see by the grounds, ladies and gentlemen, that we've seen today, it was far more extensive than that. The tower is rectangular. It's 39 feet, 12 metres high, with no roof or floors. There are also several windows around the building. The site is gated. However, there is no entrance fee and 2 entry points. There is ongoing archaeological work on the site, and we were very, very welcomed to walk inside the tower. Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the Ancient Alternative View, and you join me over in Alinda, Turkey now, and you'd be forgiven for thinking you're at the tower at Centum Cellas over in Portugal, almost 4,500 kilometres away now. Why do we say that? Well, you clearly saw that Centum Cellas had these same bevel edge blocks, the same hallmarks. You've got a nub there as well. I mean, just to tick this off, you've got square niches. You've got the L-shaped blocks with the filler stones that we saw over at Centum Cellas. Now, you've even got this 3-window configuration, almost like a trapezoidal shape that you got over in Centum Cellas as well. Now, I know we're missing the tower top, but you can certainly see exactly the same expression in the building work alongside hallmarks here. The bevel edge blocks, the nubs, the L-shaped blocks, the filler stones, the square niches, all incorporated in exactly the same way as a building nearly 4,500 kilometres away. So we look at these two comparative sites, almost, what, 4,434 kilometres away. The most exact identical window shapes, trapezoidal, square niches. The bevel blocks on the base of both sites, look. You've even got the nubs in the corners. These look more puffy bevel blocks here. Now, admittedly, we're missing these top towers. How tall was this in antiquity? But I think it's safe to say that these were pretty identical builders, don't you, ladies and gentlemen of the ancient alternative view? Now, why am I showing you my thumbnail? I'd like to say a massive thank you to Andrew at Ancient History Criticisms for designing this for me. I'll tell you for why, because I'm terrible at them. So thank you very much indeed to him. And also it acted as a great comparison photograph for the two sites in question today. Centum Cellas in Portugal and Alinda, Caria in Turkey. I wonder what your thoughts are on the hallmarks that we found out in Portugal and the sister site, as it seems, over in Alinda, Turkey. I'd love to hear your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen of the ancient alternative view. So at this point, I'd like to say a massive thank you to Guy, who invited me across to Portugal this summer, where we went to multiple different sites, one of which was Centum Cellas we've looked at today, versus, of course, Alinda in Turkey. I'd like to say a massive thank you to Guy for welcoming me with his lovely wife, Mary. For the 3 weeks that we spent there, we were treated absolutely fantastically well. I consider Guy a very close friend as well as a colleague, as I do the rest of the team. So now our boots are on the ground, there's going to be no stopping us. So I look forward to bringing the next edition of our Portuguese series, where we'll be looking at REASEARCH, that Guy and I went and studied over there in Portugal this summer. If you'd like to go across to Guy's Twitter, you can see that he is under the tag HikersZoomer, and give him a follow from me. Thanks very much indeed, and thank you to all of you for watching. Now, I'm going to leave at the end of this video a small link that is the rest of the photos from our holiday. This will be the end of the video now, but if you want to look at the photos, then you're more than welcome to go through them and use any of them. I've put them on almost like a slideshow for you to use, and you can pause and take them at your will. There's not many people that have documented Centum Cellas and the hallmarks, so I thought I'd leave the rest of the photos we didn't look at today in a small slideshow for you. I didn't know whether to do that or not, but best I do it and you turn off now than not have them at all. So thanks very much indeed for watching. I look forward to speaking to you all again. Sorry it's been a while for the ancient alternative view, but we're back again and rolling, and thanks very much indeed for watching.